Why does emotional agility matters? In today's fast-paced world, we're constantly bombarded with stressors. Whether it's a demanding job, family responsibilities, or global events that feel out of our control. A longitudinal study conducted by Yale University found that individuals who practiced emotional agility had a 25% lower risk of developing chronic stress-related illnesses. This highlights the significant impact that emotional agility can have on both mental and physical health. Hello, and welcome to this transformative journey. Today, we're going to explore one of the most powerful, yet often overlooked aspects of personal growth, emotional agility. In a world filled with uncertainty, rapid change, and constant pressure, emotional agility is the skill that can help us navigate life's challenges with grace, resilience, and purpose. In this video, we'll dive deep into what emotional agility really means, why it's essential for a fulfilling life, and most importantly, how you can cultivate it in your daily routine. Whether you're dealing with stress at work, navigating personal relationships, or simply trying to find more joy in your life, emotional agility is the key to unlocking your potential. Chapter 1. What is emotional agility? First, let's define what emotional agility actually is. The term was popularized by Dr. Susan David, a psychologist at Harvard Medical School, who describes emotional agility as the ability to navigate our inner world, our thoughts, feelings, and self-talk, with clarity and acceptance. It's about being able to experience the full range of emotions without being dominated by them, and using them as a source of insight and direction rather than being swept away by them. Emotional agility isn't about suppressing negative emotions or pretending to be happy all the time. Instead, it's about acknowledging and understanding your emotions, then choosing how to respond in a way that aligns with your values and goals. Chapter 2. The science behind emotional agility. Now let's explore the science behind emotional agility. At the core of emotional agility is the interaction between the emotional and rational parts of our brain. The amygdala, an almond-shaped structure deep within the brain, is responsible for processing emotions, particularly those related to survival, like fear and anger. On the other hand, the prefrontal cortex, located at the front of the brain, is where our rational thinking, decision-making, and self-control take place. When we encounter a challenging situation, our amygdala reacts almost instantly, often before we're even consciously aware of it. This is a survival mechanism hardwired into our brains to protect us from danger. However, in modern life, this quick response can sometimes lead to overreactions, like snapping at a loved one or making impulsive decisions. Emotional agility involves recognizing when our amygdala is taking over and consciously engaging our prefrontal cortex to process the situation more thoughtfully. This doesn't mean ignoring our emotions, but rather using them as data to inform our decisions. Research from the University of California, Berkeley, found that people who practice emotional agility are less likely to engage in negative behaviors such as rumination or suppression, which can lead to mental health issues like anxiety and depression. Chapter 3. Why emotional agility matters. So, why does emotional agility matters? A longitudinal study conducted by Yale University found that individuals who practiced emotional agility had a 25% lower risk of developing chronic stress-related illnesses. This highlights the significant impact that emotional agility can have on both mental and physical health. In today's fast-paced world, we're constantly bombarded with stressors. Whether it's a demanding job, family responsibilities, or global events that feel out of our control. Without emotional agility, these stressors can lead to burnout, anxiety, and even depression. We might find ourselves stuck in negative thought patterns, reacting impulsively, or feeling overwhelmed by our emotions. Emotional agility allows us to break free from these patterns. By becoming more aware of our emotions and learning how to navigate them effectively, we can approach challenges with a sense of calm and clarity. This doesn't just benefit us personally. It also improves our relationships, our work performance, and our overall well-being. Imagine being able to handle a stressful situation at work without losing your cool, or responding to a conflict with a loved one with empathy and understanding rather than anger. That's the power of emotional agility. Studies from neuroscientists at the University of Toronto have shown that emotional agility can rewire the brain's neural pathways, making us more resilient to stress and better at problem solving. When we practice emotional agility, we engage the prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for rational thinking and decision-making, allowing us to respond to situations thoughtfully rather than impulsively.
Chapter 4. The 4 key steps to cultivating emotional agility. Now that we understand what emotional agility is and why it's important, let's talk about how you can cultivate it in your own life. Dr. Susan David outlines 4 key steps in developing emotional agility: showing up, stepping out, walking your why, and moving on. Let's break down each of these steps. Step 1. Showing up. The first step is showing up. This means acknowledging your thoughts and emotions without judgment. Often, we try to avoid or suppress uncomfortable emotions like fear, sadness, or anger because they make us feel vulnerable. However, ignoring these feelings doesn't make them go away. It just pushes them below the surface, where they can fester and grow. Showing up means giving yourself permission to feel whatever emotions arise, without labeling them as good or bad. It's about being present with your emotions, no matter how uncomfortable they may be. This doesn't mean you have to act on them immediately, but simply recognizing them is the first step towards emotional agility. Step 2. Stepping out. The second step is stepping out. Once you've acknowledged your emotions, the next step is to create some distance from them. This doesn't mean detaching yourself emotionally, but rather observing your thoughts and feelings from a more objective perspective. Imagine your thoughts and emotions are like clouds passing through the sky. You are the sky, vast, open, and unaffected by the passing clouds. Stepping out allows you to see your emotions for what they are, temporary states that don't define you. This perspective helps you avoid being overwhelmed by your emotions and gives you the space to choose how you want to respond. Mindfulness practices, such as meditation and deep breathing, are excellent tools for stepping out. These practices train your brain to observe thoughts and feelings without getting caught up in them, enhancing your emotional agility. Step 3. Walking your why. The third step is walking your why. This involves aligning your actions with your core values. When you're clear about what matters most to you, it becomes easier to navigate your emotions and make decisions that reflect your true self. For example, if one of your core values is kindness, and you're feeling angry in a situation, walking your why means choosing to respond in a way that aligns with that value. It doesn't mean suppressing your anger, but rather channeling it in a way that's consistent with who you want to be. Walking your why is about living with intention and making choices that reflect your deepest values, even in the face of emotional challenges. It gives you a sense of purpose and direction, helping you stay grounded when emotions run high. Step 4. Moving on. The final step is moving on. This means letting go of the emotions and thoughts that no longer serve you and taking action that aligns with your values and goals. It's about not getting stuck in the past or ruminating on what you could have done differently. Moving on doesn't mean ignoring your emotions or pretending everything is fine. It's about accepting what you've experienced, learning from it, and then taking proactive steps towards growth and change. It's the culmination of the previous steps, showing up, stepping out, and walking your why, that allows you to move forward with confidence and resilience.
Chapter 5. Practical Strategies to Enhance Emotional Agility. Now that we've covered the core principles of emotional agility, let's talk about some practical strategies you can incorporate into your daily life to enhance this skill. Strategy 1. Mindfulness meditation. Mindfulness meditation is one of the most effective tools for cultivating emotional agility. By practicing mindfulness, you train your brain to become more aware of your thoughts and emotions without becoming overwhelmed by them. Start with just a few minutes a day, focusing on your breath and observing your thoughts as they come and go. Over time, this practice can help you develop a greater sense of calm and clarity, even in stressful situations. Research from the University of Washington suggests that mindfulness practices, such as meditation and deep breathing, can significantly enhance emotional agility by increasing our ability to observe our thoughts and feelings without becoming entangled in them. Strategy 2, journaling. Journaling is another powerful technique for enhancing emotional agility. Writing down your thoughts and feelings can help you process and understand them more deeply. Try setting aside a few minutes each day to reflect on your emotions, what triggered them, and how you responded. This practice not only helps you gain insight into your emotional patterns, but also allows you to release pent-up emotions in a healthy way. Strategy 3, cognitive reframing. Cognitive reframing involves changing the way you interpret situations to alter your emotional response. For example, if you receive critical feedback at work, instead of seeing it as a personal attack, you could reframe it as an opportunity to grow and improve. This shift in perspective can significantly reduce negative emotions and increase your emotional agility. A study from the University of Pennsylvania found that individuals who regularly practice cognitive reframing are more likely to experience positive emotions and are less likely to succumb to stress and anxiety. Strategy 4, practicing self-compassion. Self-compassion is crucial for emotional agility. Instead of beating yourself up when things go wrong, practice treating yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer a friend. This doesn't mean ignoring your mistakes, but rather recognizing that everyone makes them and that they are a part of the learning process. By being gentle with yourself, you create an internal environment that supports growth and resilience. A study conducted by Stanford University found that self-compassion is a key factor in emotional resilience and agility. People who practice self-compassion are more likely to recover quickly from setbacks and less likely to experience prolonged emotional distress. Strategy 5, developing emotional vocabulary. Developing a rich emotional vocabulary can help you better understand and articulate your feelings. Instead of just feeling bad, you might identify that you're feeling disappointed, frustrated, or anxious. By pinpointing your emotions more accurately, you can address them more effectively. This practice not only enhances your self-awareness, but also improves your communication with others. Chapter 6, the role of emotional agility in relationships. Emotional agility isn't just beneficial for your personal growth, it also plays a crucial role in your relationships. Whether it's with a partner, family member, friend, or colleague, emotional agility helps you navigate the complexities of human interaction with greater ease and empathy. When you're emotionally agile, you're better equipped to manage conflicts, communicate effectively, and support others in their emotional journeys. Instead of reacting defensively when a disagreement arises, you can approach the situation with curiosity and a willingness to understand the other person's perspective. This not only strengthens your relationships, but also fosters a deeper connection with those around you.
Chapter 7, Overcoming Common Obstacles to Emotional Agility. While cultivating emotional agility is incredibly rewarding, it's not without its challenges. There are common obstacles that many people face on this journey, but with awareness and persistence, they can be overcome. Obstacle 1, Emotional Avoidance. One of the biggest obstacles to emotional agility is emotional avoidance. Many of us are conditioned to avoid uncomfortable feelings by distracting ourselves with work, entertainment, or even substances. However, avoiding emotions only leads to greater distress in the long run. The key is to face your emotions head-on, acknowledging them without judgment, and allowing yourself to fully experience them. Research from the University of Texas at Austin shows that emotional avoidance is associated with increased stress, poor mental health, and lower levels of emotional agility. Obstacle 2, Rigid Thinking. A study by the University of Michigan found that chronic rumination is linked to higher levels of anxiety and depression, as well as a decrease in emotional agility. Rigid thinking is another barrier to emotional agility. When we hold on to fixed beliefs about how things should be, we become less flexible in dealing with change or disappointment. To overcome this, practice cognitive flexibility, allow yourself to consider different perspectives and be open to new possibilities. This mindset shift can help you adapt more easily to life's ups and downs. Obstacle 3, Self-criticism. Self-criticism can also hinder emotional agility. When you're constantly judging yourself harshly, it's difficult to move forward and grow. Instead, practice self-compassion and recognize that making mistakes is a natural part of life. By treating yourself with kindness, you create a supportive environment for emotional agility to flourish. Chapter 8: The Long-Term Benefits of Emotional Agility. As you continue to cultivate emotional agility, you'll begin to notice significant long-term benefits in all areas of your life. You'll find that you're more resilient in the face of challenges, more adaptable to change, and more capable of forming deep, meaningful connections with others. Your mental and emotional well-being will improve, and you'll experience a greater sense of fulfillment and purpose. Emotional agility isn't a one-time achievement, it's an ongoing practice that evolves with you. The more you nurture this skill, the more you'll discover its profound impact on your life. So, thank you for joining us on this journey to cultivate emotional agility. Remember, this is a practice that takes time, patience, and dedication. But the rewards, greater resilience, deeper connections, and a more fulfilling life, are well worth the effort. So start today, and embrace the journey of becoming more emotionally agile. You have the power to navigate life's challenges with grace and purpose, and I'm here to support you every step of the way. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content on personal growth and well-being. Until next time, stay mindful and be kind to yourself.